He said, I lost respect for you. For doing what? For a lawyer is advocating for a pardon for somebody. How is that a crime?
Now,
and when you now judge what was the crime, 1 second, Bishop, what was the crime that Bobrisky was sent down for? He was sent down for spraying money. Yes, it's a crime. But really and really, truly, most of us adults have sprayed money at one point or the other.
Most of us,
okay,
all of us.
So my point is this: if a lawyer says, you know what, I will go, this I think was an unfair conviction, or in the grand scheme of things, your record should not be blemished because of this offense. You know what? I will go out there and advocate for a pardon for you, but I will not do it for free. I will earn an advocacy fee or a professional fee for doing my job. Femi Falana is an SAN. If you know how much SANs charge to do their job, 10 million naira is chump change as a fee. You hear people charging, you hear SANs charging 200 million, 300 million, 400 million naira. To go and move an application, SANs are going to, 200 applications will go to court. See how much they are being paid. 10 million naira in this case. And to do what? To write to the president. He didn't say, I'm doing it. He said, I will write the president and get you a pardon. What's the illegality? What's the shameful thing inside it? Look, you might not like Bobrisky's life. All right? But you don't send a man to prison on those frivolous charges because you don't like his lifestyle. So there's nothing wrong with a lawyer, a human rights advocate, saying, you know something, this is BS, and I'm going to go and do it. And that money, that 10 million naira, will end up being mostly expenses. Because if the man has to get up, he said, I will go and see the Minister of Justice. He didn't say I will go and bribe the Minister of Justice. I will go and see the Minister of Justice. What's wrong with that? What's shameful with that? So at that point, that's very dark man showing his ignorance. Say, no good school, you don't study book.
Obviously,
at that point, that's what it is. No. You now besmirch the reputations of an SAN because of your ignorance. He suggests that the man has done something wrong. What has he done wrong? Why call the man a criminal for doing his job? It is a lawyer's job to advocate for their clients. And the man says, pay me an advocate. He will fly to Abuja and back. You know how much the ticket was in May? He'll fly to Abuja and back return to see the Attorney General. He'll sit in the Attorney General's office. He'll wait. The Attorney General is a busy man. But even if he gets instant access to the AG, because it's an SAN, because he's sacrificing his time, he could be somewhere else. He'll spend time seeing the AG, speaking to the AG. He'll leave that meeting. He'll go and see some. The AG might say, go and see, well, you know what? That's fine, but we also need to get other people involved in it. He'll go see somebody else. The man might be in Abuja for the next 3-4 days in a hotel. How much is his nightly hotel rate? If Femi Falana as a lawyer took a brief for a client to go to Abuja to do advocacy work, not necessarily going to court, what would his normal rate be for a week of work? Sorry to go on, but at this point, he's just being ignorant. But yeah, sorry, let me play the rest of the tape.
No, Akwa wanted to say something. So let Akwa continue.
And it's basically it was just I was gonna say this here. I agree to the fact that he may be ignorant, but let's also see it from this side of the angle. He's only reacting to what he's seen, what he's heard. Mind you, two things. One is reacting to what he's heard. Two, he has heard the entire thing full. We haven't heard the entire thing full.
Super point.
You get? Say it again.
Good point. Good point.
We have not heard the entire thing.
And he said he's going to release more. He said he's going to release more.
What he's releasing more after now he's now after okay, let me finish up. Then I'll
And then after this, we
say
just
that.
like conclude. Yeah.
He has heard the entire thing. He has heard the entire thing full, and he's drawing his conclusions from there. Maybe his subconscious is the one drawing conclusions. Maybe if we hear the final part, which he said he's not going to release anymore because it's not needed, we may understand where he's coming from. Do you get? There may be deeper things because he even said he's pained that he's not dropping the next because there are more names to be called. So he has a wealth of knowledge that we don't have as regards this case. His mind, he will dive into it not based off what we have just heard. He may dive into it based off what we have heard. However, he can expand it because of the knowledge he has.
Fair enough. So let's hear what he has.
We don't
Fair
know.
point.
We don't know the full thing because he's going to break it. He has broken it basically. And the next part is not going to release it because the money that has cost this whole entire
Has been paid.
Has been paid.
Okay,
so we may never hear that second part again. But he said he's going to play another thing, he was supposed to release it yesterday, basically. But I don't know if he did. I don't think he did. He said he was going to release another one from another person. Bob is talking too much. Bob has spoken too much.
Absolutely. So
I'm not a fan of physical violence, but see,
boy,
they want to lay Bob down. You can't no leg back. Bankere, like a baby, like a small boy.
Let's be realistic.
Like a secondary school, like a GS1 student.
Why are we expecting anything tangible from this dude? What has brought him into our space? What has brought him to our space from day one is crap.
Yeah.
He has thrived on stupidity for the longest. That stupidity has brought up his downfall. Why should we be surprised? Many of people like him have thrived because of such things, and he's taking them down the drain. Should we be surprised? How long can your stupidity carry you? He's dropping him off now.
Baba question. How long can your stupidity carry you? Bam!
He's dropping
and
him
that,
off
ladies
now.
and gentlemen, is today's sound bite. How far can your stupidity really carry you? Okay, Tiri Bosa for that one. Tiri Bosa for that one. Let me say it again. How far can your stupidity carry you really? You got to release one tape. A one tape. Bobrisky has made, see that conviction. You see, if you know the you will say someone's trying to set you on fire. Then you rub petrol on your body. They used to, first of all, you shower with petrol, then you rub it on your skin. Someone's looking to set fire on you. We burn. You know, in one tape, you implicate EFCC, prison service.
Yes,
it's the Ministry of Justice, police, NBA. You rubbish everybody.
You opened all the
Táyé bá
cancer
ń lé
work that
ni,
has been there.
táyé bá ń lé ẹ gan, ó yẹ kí ìwọ gan yára ẹ brain. If you
No,
want
you
to chase, you
cannot.
should apply your sense.
Now let me
You
say
know
this.
that you are
So,
being
just 1
hunted.
second, please. 1 second. We're just going to wrap this up.
There you go, and that's the fallout.
There's a fallout already. So the FG I mentioned earlier in this episode about quick wins for this administration, and it seems they're going to give this thing big attention. So the Minister of Interior Olubunmi Tunji Ojo and the House of Representatives, they've already ordered investigation.
Yeah.
There's already suspension of senior prison officials of the Nigerian Correctional Service over the allegations of bribery linked to controversial cross-dresser Bobrisky. So this is already taking place as we speak. So, I mean, the question now, will Bobrisky now have to go back to prison and serve his full sentence? Time will tell when the investigations are complete. But what we do know as of today is that some senior prison officials have been suspended based on this. So it's fire.
It's not going to end here. So they're going to have to investigate the guys in EFCC who were responsible for dropping those charges.
One.
They're going to identify those officers. And if they will try to understand why they dropped those charges, if charges were truly dropped, why they were dropped, and what was was there any money, any inducement exchanged?
That's one. Two,
police will get involved because
we may find out who the godfather is.
I doubt that.
Fair enough.
I doubt we'll find out, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
I doubt it.
You doubt it as well, Laomi, Abby?
Doubt it.
Yeah. I doubt it.
That would be Bobrisky. Bobrisky would have to cast his godfather.
Was it not very convenient that Bobrisky was saying a lot of things in the audio, but never mentioned the godfather's name? Did you see that? Did you notice that, Laomi?
You can't mention now.
It's a name he never mentions.
Yes. So connection past connection is a name he was very comfortable mentioning all manner of names, but that he just said godfather. He didn't mention a name. I found that that's one of the things I picked out.
Interesting.
Audio. Very interesting. So, guys,
because his godfather is a secret. His godfather is a secret.
Yes. Should we end this here? And any closing thoughts from both of you before we just end this episode?
Yeah, I know that Falls has issued a letter, a statutory warning letter to Very Dark One, and I've heard people ask why didn't he write one to Idris as well, to Bobrisky as well? Why is Falls going after Very Dark One and not? Why is he going after the messenger? Another person actually made the statements. The law of libel and slander, the law of defamation are like that. You're going to go after the person that published it. In this case, Very Dark One published.
But you see, I have an issue with that.
I have an issue with that. In the
UK, the whistleblower is heavily protected. Heavily. Hold on. This is still acting as a whistleblower capacity, because why I said that is they had been before, one of the reasons why a lot of the financial fraud and so many things are happening in the West, a lot of these billionaires are being taken down, etc. in the past, is because people were able to, yes, some of them were investigations, but some of them were also people that were working with these people that were given the protection that you can talk and nothing will happen to you. So if we're now saying that the message, the person who purported the message, or the original person who has spoken on the message, is not going to be gone after, and it's the person who leaked it or the person who brought it to the world that should be gone after, what does that mean to people that have access to information that they could potentially bring out for things like this to happen? Does that mean those people will now say, okay, I can't release this information because I don't want to be sued?
So step back for a second.
Okay, I'm listening.
you need to look at the veracity of that information, the accuracy of that information. If your information is correct, there is no defamation. But you have to be able to prove it. Now, in the case of a whistleblower who comes and reports a crime to the police investigate it and verify that truly the crime was committed and the information was accurate. There's nothing, you've not done anything wrong now. But I tell you something, if you give the police false information, they investigate somebody and find out that you knowingly gave them false information, not only will the police charge you with obstructing justice, the person whom you told a lie against, whom you tried to frame, will come against you in civil court. Part of it will be for defamation, but part of it will be for all the other things, all the damage arising from all the other things that you did to them, because you damaged their reputation. Particularly if they were arrested and tried publicly. If you were investigated privately, but they affected their life, they lost their job because of it, you're liable, because your information was false and you knew it was false. So the law of whistleblowers protects people who are telling the truth, not people who are telling fibs. In this case, we do not know whether what Darkman is saying is true or not. Does very Darkman know it to be true? If it is true, there's no defamation now.
Okay, let's listen to his response. You talked about the letter.
But if it is false, if that information is false, and you know it to be false, or you do not attempt to verify it, haba.
So,
particularly if you know it to be false, I yield.
One thing I know about this guy, I've been following him for a couple of years. What he does is receipts. He does it very well. I've listened to many videos, especially people who have collected money from people and they have not rendered the service, or people owing people. He has a record. I don't know how he does it, but when he tells people within 2 days you pay, those people pay up. He has over 1 million followers on Instagram. That's huge in today's world. That's that's actually the currency of do you know who my father is? Is the new social currency of do you know who my father is social media followership in today's world in 2024. Yeah, there are many rich people, but now the social currency seems to be social media following. I'm not saying the traditional models don't work; those also work. But he's responded to the letter, and I just want us to play this. Then, Okwe, you can just react, or do you want to react first before I play his reaction? Okwe, should I play his reaction first? Let me play his reaction first, and then we'll take it from there. Just give me a second, and I'll play that, and then we'll take it from there.
Because what I wanted to say is coming from that reaction.
Just wait. Let's get into it.
So, in respect to what Falz the bad guy posted, a letter that says I should retract my statement and I should apologize for defaming him. First of all, before Falz posted that, Seun Kuti called me and said, "I'm very dark man. I just finished speaking with Falz the bad guy. I want you to call him. I'll send you his number. I want you to call him so that you guys can talk." And I said, "Ebon, I don't want to talk to Falz." Then he said, "No, you need to hear what he wants to say, And then I sent Falz a message. We got on a call. And then when we got on the call, then he said he wasn't happy. Then I said, "How far?" Then he started talking, I said, he said he was started talking about defamation, that he wasn't happy. Then I said, "Falz, I thought you're calling me to tell me your own side of the story so that I will know what's up. But I don't understand what's going on now." So at a point in the conversation, I felt like Falz was recording me, and then I said, "Falz, I feel like you're recording me. I feel like you're trying to get evidence for me or trying to make me say something so that you can hold me by my wrist, And then when I said it, he could not defend that, Then he went on saying things like, since you know me on social media or my family, have you ever heard anything negative about myself or my father? I said, I have never heard anything negative about your father, Femi Falana. However, you yourself have heard something negative about you. Then he said, what have you heard about me? And I said, my bro, it is for my own consumption and not for me to tell you, you know. So it was almost as if he was trying to pick my brain to know what I know and the length of things that I know. Well, anyways, that's by the way. Then the whole conversation ended up with me telling Faust that, thank God you are a lawyer, so you will not need to pay a lawyer to stand for you in court. But as for me, I did not defame you, and I'm standing that I did not defame you. So I will see you in court. That's number one. Number two, I did not read what Faust posted until later. And then when I read what Faust posted, I said, wait a minute. Bobrisky is saying that the voice call was fake. And now Faust is confirming that Bobrisky, they actually had a call. You understand? The only difference is that he's saying that Bobrisky was the one that called him. Why Bobrisky is saying that it's Faust that called him. Faust is saying Bobrisky has seen for 3 million. Bobrisky is saying that Faust said he should pay a lawyer with his father 10 million naira. Do you understand? Now, what I expect Faust to do, instead of addressing that letter to me, I expected you to address that letter to Bobrisky, requesting that he should clear your name off that voice call, and he should clear Uncle Falana's name off that call, not you coming for me. Do you understand? I wasn't the one in the record. Do you understand? My reason for posting that is to expose corruption. The corruption that states that Bobrisky used his mouth to say that instead of taking him to prison, that they took him to a private lodge. That EFCC collected 15 million naira from him to drop an allegation and to drop a charges that said he laundered money. Do you understand? And inside all this thing is calling your name, and you are sending a letter to me. I would expect you to send that letter to Bobrisky. Do you understand? To be very honest, I did not defame Faust and Uncle Femi Falana. Now, that's on the side. Now, as it stands like this, I am standing my ground to say, I still want to know what went down. Because going back to everything now, I saw there's a picture of Bobrisky online where he carried luggage. You did go prison, you carry luggage. Secondly, who gave Bobrisky a phone to make call inside prison? Because they don't lock me up. They remind me for the prison now. I know, say if you want to make call to your family, it will take you a process of telling one of the prison wardens to say you won't make call. They'll bring you outside. They'll give you a phone. If you remember the number, fine and good. If you don't remember the number, turn you sabi. Then you can now call the person you want to call. So how did Bobrisky get a phone to call Faust and he's requesting that Faust to give him 3 million? Again, another question is this: which officer charged Bobrisky 3 million for VIP cell? We need to know. Do you understand? We need to know which officer charged Bobrisky 3 million. Because when they get all these amounts for, say they'll collect 10 million, may they clear his name from the crime where he commits by a presidential pardon. You understand? So, my dear brother Faust, I did not defame you, and I will expect you to channel this energy to Bobrisky that called your name in that recording. And as for Bobrisky, like I said, I will post another recording from a totally different person entirely. Mind you, the first video I posted, I did not even post it complete. There are other side of the video, but I will post another one again today. I will post another one again today. Yeah, I'll post another one again today, confirming that this guy, man, through no go prison. So is it that prison is for us, where we don't get people? It's prison for us, the poor masses. It's prison for us, the people that don't have connection. Who is this Bobrisky's godfather that also influenced the clearing of his charges, his money laundering charges? So that is my question. Do you understand? It's pretty simple. I want to know what really happened, and I believe a lot of Nigerians want to know. That being said, some Nigerians, I see comments like, is Bobrisky the problem of the country? No, Bobrisky is not the problem of the country. However, the stories and the corruption surrounding Bobrisky is part of the problem of Nigeria. Do you understand? Now, just imagine if it was a whistleblower that said the thing about the money laundering. You understand? And tomorrow now you can't release the person, or you go put down for one lodge. That person where you put for lodge now can't orchestrate, can't plan the buying of the person where do whistleblowing. Do you understand? They cannot investigate the person that is inside prison again now. They will say, this one they prison. That means another person do. They don't know say the person they outside. This thing is very deep, but you all don't understand. It's not about Bobrisky, it's about the corruption. Tomorrow now you go carry your Abelu. Do you understand? So what if your Abelu pays and drop his charges and we think?
Okay, I'm going to just stop sharing. This is his reaction. You can tell that he's not going to. He's ready. He's ready to go to court. He's a stubborn guy. Allow me on your mute. He's very ready to go to court, and he does not believe that he defamed him. And like you said earlier, they will see in court, and both lawyers or opposing counsel will present their argument, and then we'll take it from there. There's nothing much to say on it. One person has said, "You defamed me." The person has responded, "I've not defamed you." They'll say in court. There's nothing else to add.
You know the problem. You know part of the problem, man. So even this second video shows again that very dark man does not understand the law of defamation. In Falls' narrative, he has suggested there's nothing in Bobrisky's tape that said Falls was involved in the EFC dropping the charges. Nothing. What Bobrisky said was that Falls' father wanted asked for money to get him a pardon. There is nothing illegal in that. So when you are suggesting that they did something wrong by going about doing their job, now here's a problem. What is very dark man's net worth? If when you defame a Femi Falana and it takes you to court, even if the court awards 10 million naira against very dark man, does he have assets that they're going to attach to fulfill that judgment? I don't know. But if you sit down with 10 lawyers, the question is, what exactly are you accusing Falls of? Because Bobrisky has not said Falls and his father collected money from me to go and buy EFC to drop the charges. He said they wanted to help me get a pardon. How does that translate to a crime? Look, they will meet in court like you said, but you know what? This defamation matter. Listen to lawyers weighing on it. You're going to realize that I don't think I'm mad. I don't think I'm mad.
Okay, what's your take? Let's finish off. I think we've more than exhausted this particular episode. Okay, do you want to chime in? Just final thoughts, and then we'll wrap up, please. And be brief, please. Yeah.
You'll see in court.
On that note, thank you for staying with us to the end. If you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel. Send us an email at twogrownmen@gmail.com if you want to be part of the show, or you have a story you'd like us to share. Any story, we're ready to pick it up and discuss it. Like this video, subscribe, and share it to as many people as possible. And we'll see you in the next one.